there, friends. Nibs again. Out in the garage doing a little bit of goofing around today. Um, got a little bit of weather moving in. Probably going to be raining pretty soon, so I'm going to keep it inside for today and have a little fun in the garage here. But I had a few people, I put a video up about this gun and scope last week, and had a few people inquiring about how things worked with the scope, so I thought I'd do a little bit of kind of a tutorial on the features of it and how to adjust it, and what makes it kind of different from a traditional scope with internal adjustments. So let me bring you over here. So what we have here, pretty typical, what was referred to as a target scope back in the early 1900s. This design came out in about the 1920s. The company called Fecker, F-E-C-K-E-R, I think kind of innovated this design. Unertl actually worked for Fecker early on, and then he broke out on his own, and then actually Fecker was buying parts from Unertl eventually, rings and things like that. So but there are several other brands, Litschert and Redfield, I believe, and I can't think of them all off the top of my head. I've got a few others that are a little bit different that I'll probably review down the road, like my Bausch & Lomb Balvar. That one's very unusual. Might do a separate video on that one. But what we have here is a J. Unertl company 14 power 1.5 inch objective. They had different ones. They had some with 1-inch tubes, some with 2-inch objectives, some with 1.25 inch objectives. The objective is the size of the bell on the end here. But overall, they were very similar to this. They had them ranging, I think, from as low as 6 power, and they have them going all the way up to like 36 power. So just a wide range of choices and variations, but this is a very typical one. Again, it has 14 marked on the ring right here, and so some of the features that it has, it's externally adjustable, like we were talking about. Instead of having turrets like this scope has adjustments where you click it back and forth and it moves the reticle inside the scope. This one actually has this ring wrapped around the scope tube, and when you click the adjustment, it actually moves the whole scope up and down and left and right. So if you turn counterclockwise, you're basically screwing the screw out and you're lifting the back of the scope up, and that is going to make your point of impact rise on the downrange target. Same thing on the windage adjustment. Turn it counterclockwise, you're going to screw it out, you're going to pull the back of the tube to the right, and you're going to shift your point of impact to the right. Screwing it clockwise is going to screw it in, going to shift your rear of your tube to the left and shift your point of impact to the left. I'm not sure if this is this way with all of these type of scopes, but I have repaired a few of these, and all of the ones that I've repaired, the crosshairs are actually back in this rear section right here. Very easy to get. There's a little cartridge that comes out after you take this eyepiece off, and the crosshairs would be right here in this back. That's why when you shift it to the left, you're shifting that whole crosshair over to the left, and it's going to move your point of impact over to the left. Another adjustment that a lot of these scopes have is parallax adjustment up here in the front, and this one is no different. It has a ring here that's actually labeled with the yardage, and you pick your yardage, and that will actually help with your focus as well at that yardage. But the main purpose of this is to reduce parallax error at various yards, and this will go all the way down to 50 feet, and I believe it will go up to like 1,000 yards. This particular scope, so Unertl was making scopes from about the mid-20s, 1920s, and the company continued production of these units up into the mid to late 90s, 1990s. And this particular scope by the serial number was made somewhere around in the early 90s. So even though it looks like an old timer, this one actually is fairly new production. I do have a couple other ones that are from way back in the day, but this one actually is early 1990s production. One last thing before we wrap it up is this spring right here is a recoil spring, because this mechanism is kind of fragile as far as recoil goes. It's not so bad with a 22, but with a larger caliber gun, if you did not have this recoil spring to take a little bit of that shock out, you would probably destroy these scopes pretty quick. But they are fantastically accurate on the right gun, and this gun is no different there. This is a Remington 513T. It's not the most accurate 22 I own, but it is a very accurate 22, and it deserves to have a great scope like this on top of it. So anyway, let me bring you up to eye level here real quick, and we'll wrap this up. So there you go. There is my Unertl 14X. I know a couple people asked how you adjust this thing, and I really wanted to kind of try to give you a little bit of a insight on how that works. Hopefully this explained it really well. If you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, have a great day.